Good morning. So something just happened and I kind of had to just stop and make a video about it. But I found some old hubcaps in a box off my old, I had a 1-ton Chevy. So where'd they go? So I was sitting there thinking, well, I'm gonna put them on the van. So I found these here. And I hate to say it, they do look pretty good. See here, they got, kind of brings out a look of the van that, you know, I could spray paint them a color or something like that, but ran into a little tiny issue. I just want to show you this here. But yeah, see, that makes the van look better, right? You know, less creepy. So anyways, I was sitting there and first one went on in the front, did the second one, walked around, went to the back, did the one back there, and I went to do this one. Yeah, that's a Ford rim. So this doesn't fit. So I guess I gotta go find a rim or something. But yeah, that kind of is a little upsetting. So I got 3. I'm gonna take them off until I can find a rim, but I was almost there. See, I was thinking about just painting the rims. And since we're out here, this is the wall that I built. And I've been slowly, well, not really slowly, but I got the table set up. I got some books on here, and you know, this is my little tool section. I'm starting to go through and getting all the home goods. This is some of the things. I got some people coming out today that may buy some stuff from me. They may not. But yeah, all this is gonna be home goods. I'm gonna hang some pictures on the wall. This is all gonna be like stereo media, so I'm gonna make sure everything's full. Toys over there, and then this is just gonna be like coins and jewelry and stuff like that. But I'm not gonna leave that stuff out here. I'm just gonna set it up and take it down. Like the costume jewelry, I'll probably leave out. And getting my little book rack slowly put together. I got to get it organized, but today is emptying the truck. And I wasn't trying to, but someone called me up and they want me to order a door, so I ordered a door. And so now I gotta be at the shop tomorrow, but I figure I'd go ahead and get another load loaded up at the shop and just kind of take some stuff from there to bring out here and get some laundry done, because God, I have not done laundry in a while. In fact, the past week I've just been buying clothes, because it was my washer and dryer is actually buried behind stuff, so I'm going to have to dig a bunch of stuff out just to get to my washer and dryer. But this is I just wanted to do something about the van, little update on the unicorn, and that is the story of my life right there. It's like, oh, I find something cool, all right, everything's going good, and then right up at the end it's like, nope, ain't gonna happen. So, but yeah, it is what it is, man. I just think it's hilarious. So I got to pop them off. I'm gonna put them to the side. I'm making a little box for like I got a little box for all the bits and pieces to the monster van, and I'm gonna keep one more vehicle. So I got the Ford, which I found some for sale signs. In fact, I think they're in one of the boxes that I brought out here. So I'm gonna put a for sale sign on the Ford, and I'm gonna put that up for sale. If it sells, it sells. If it don't, it don't. I'm fine. Like, I really don't care to sell it, so I'm gonna kind of put a little bit of a high number on it, and you just gotta want it more than me. I mean, it's a nice truck, you know, and I'm gonna take good care of it. But yeah, I'm gonna finish. This truck was stacked to the ceiling. In fact, all these totes, there's totes underneath here, which I'm gonna put more totes underneath there. And then all these totes over here, and all this stuff is stuff I brought out this morning. And then these totes on the ground, and all these totes stacked up, and that's it goes right up to the back seat. That's 12 feet of totes. But yeah, it's I'm gonna shut it off for right now. I'll probably do another one after I'm done today. But yeah, I got, like I said, truck delivery tomorrow, so I'll do something at the shop. In fact, I really need to break out the weed eater and cut the grass. That, laundry, and then I'm just going to load up another load, bring it out here. I got a bunch of stuff that still needs to go on the table, but see all these totes down here? I got underneath the table over here. I got underneath here. I got underneath that table, underneath this table, and underneath that table there, where I can bring out more merchandise and not necessarily put it on the shelf, but at least get it out here and get it out of the way of what I'm trying to do at the shop. So, and I think the more I bring out here at a time, the more likely I'm going to stay till the end of November. Yeah, and this flea market is directly underneath the flight plan for the airport. So yeah, we have to make pauses every so often for the planes to fly by. Anyways, I found this hooker here, and let's see if these things are going to come off easily. Oh, I apologize if that was loud. Let's do it two more times. All right. At least nobody's gonna steal them quietly. God almighty. All right. Oh, my life is so freaking weird. Alright, well, at least I'm having fun with this video, so hopefully you guys do too. Peace. Oh, peace, love, money. Oh, let me tell you something. Alright, so I got the paint and everything else, and it's going to cost me like 60, 70 bucks. But I'm going to, on the hood, I'm going to repaint the hood. And I'm gonna have it where right here it's gonna be like a little peace symbol, a heart, and a money sign, like right here. So, and I'm gonna do a custom paint job on the hood. So I'm gonna have the peace, love, money symbols on the van. I came up with that last night. I was sitting there walking. Oh, I made a video last night while I was walking home, like a good 20-minute video, and I had to delete it. I kind of went on a wild rant walking home, and I'm having a good day, man. But yeah, I went on a little bit of a rant. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to put this out. So I will tell you one story that I said. I was kind of talking about simplicity, you know, and how a lot of people make things complicated for no reason at all. And I was telling a story about one of my customers. There was a doctor, and he was I don't know about well known, but the dude was loaded rich. I mean, he had one of the biggest spreads in Ponte Vedra. He was a brain surgeon. And, you know, he got my name from one of my customers and knew that I built custom doors, so he wanted his custom door. I'm gonna sit down and do the little chat here. I'm gonna go sit in my little chair, my little swing chair, and we'll have a little chat. But he, you know, I think he just got back from Africa or something like that whenever I met up with him for the first time. Get you turned around. There we go. So, oh, my hair's whack. So anyways, I was sitting there talking with, I'm gonna get you straightened up here. There's a glare. When I have it like right there, there's a glare, so I'm not gonna look at the camera. So I go out there, and he has this door that's 8 foot wide, 10 foot tall, double door. That's a big boy. Whoop. There we go. So I quoted him a price of like $80,000. I said, okay, I'll build the door for you. That's gonna be like 80 grand. Let's see. That'll work. So he was like, that seems a little steep. I was like, well, I gotta get engineering. I gotta, you know, buy all this wood. And back then, yeah, this is like 2008, 2009, I think. I remember I had the Mustang because I drove the Mustang out there. So it had to have been like 2008. or 2009, because I traded that in for a Kia in I think 2010. So, but anyways, I drove out there and was talking with him, and I quoted him 80,000 for the door, and he's like, "Oh, that seems expensive. Everything else," and I explained to him, it's I can't just go and put some plywood together and throw some glass in it and say, "Okay, you're done." Here's a door that's on the. I mean, this dude lived on the water, so let's wait for the plane to fly over. I don't know if it comes up loud on the video, but it's loud in here. So, anyways, I told him the price and said, "Yeah, this is what's involved." So he ended up, going with another guy that was like 30 or 40,000, and I can't get this lighting right. So, anyways, I guess a couple of months go by, and he calls me back up. He said, "Hey, remember the door we talked about?" I says, "Yep." He's like, "I had someone build a door, but he wasn't able to finish the job. Can you come out?" So before I went out there, I did a little search online and realized that his property was red flagged, and because he was doing something wrong, and I'm guessing it was that door. So I went out there, and he had this giant door in his garage, and this guy built it, did not have any engineering, and was trying to do some shit that does not work on doors. He had what's called a butterfly mortise. Or is it mortise or tendon? I forget what the exact name is. But anyways, he was joining the wood with a piece of wood that goes kind of like a little, like a butterfly or a bow tie. And that is not a good way to hook up a door, for long term. I mean, yes, it's decorative, but it was a really bad idea. And so I went out there and I says, "I can't do anything with this door." I was like, "This door does not meet code. It's not going to... it's not going to last in the weather." He even used the wrong kind of wood. So anyways, I says, "Hey, we're going to have to completely start over." I says, "I'll do you a deal at 100 grand. He's like, "Last time we talked, it was 80. I says, "Yeah, last time we talked, you didn't have the city, looking at everything I have to do, and the property wasn't red flagged. And, so there's a big difference here." There we go. We'll try that out. So there's a big difference. I just got tired of holding the phone up, so I'm just trying to set it down. So I told him like 100 grand. He's like, "You're just trying to rip me off because where I live." I said, "Let me ask you this. You're a brain surgeon, right?" Which I knew he was. He goes, "Yeah." I said, "You're probably one of the best, right?" He goes, I'm pretty decent. Like the dude, in fact, the second time when I talked with him, he just got back from Africa doing like a president or a warlord or some big time guy over in Africa. And he just got back from there. By the way, this dude had a trophy wife. Ooh, Lord almighty. Top 10, one of the prettiest women I've ever seen in my life. And all she did was pop out babies for him. But anyways, I said, like, "Okay, well, whenever you get and I was talking about him being a brain surgeon. I says, "Okay, whenever you get someone that wants your services, you sit down and have a consultation with them." And, before I said, I was like, "Our jobs are kind of the same." I was like, "Me and you do the same thing." And he goes, "In what world do we have the same job?" And that's when I said, "Okay, let me tell you." I said, "When you get a customer, you're doing a consultation, evaluation of what you got to do the x-rays, all that kind of mess. And then whenever the time comes, you put them on the table, you open up everything, you make sure everything's nice and clean as you're working, and you take out all the bad and you fix what's in there, and you put in all the good, and you seal everything up, and make sure everything's nice and clean. And when you're done, you pat them on the back and say, 'Have a nice day.'" He goes, "That's a very rudimentary way of saying what I do." I was like, "Yeah, but it's the same thing I do with doors." Oh my God, the look on his face was so freaking hilarious. And but I mean, that's I just kind of broke it down for simplicity, and that's one of them little times where I was like, I knew I wasn't going to do any work for this guy, because as soon as I saw the red flag, I don't even want to be part of this. So I just went out there with a stupid price. If he just said yes, of course I'd have done it, but that's the reason I bumped the price up 20 grand. But it was just it was kind of hilarious, that the look on his face. I'll never forget it. But you don't ever think that just because someone is getting paid a lot or because they have a pseudo complicated jobs, there's nothing complicated about anything in this world. There's nothing difficult about anything in this world. There's a guy. He comes out here in the flea market and he always wears like a, comic book style t-shirt. I mean, he's like the quintessential nerd. And he actually does work in robotics. I mean, the dude actually does robotic repair. And I said, well, what got you into that? And he was like, well, I look at something and everybody else says it's hard, and I'm sitting there looking at it. It's like, no, it's not. All you got to do is fix that one thing and you're done. And it's how you look at the world is one of the things that kind of dictate what your world is. So, like for me, I really don't see anything complicated. So my world is not a difficult world to live in. Whenever I want money, I go get money. Whenever I want to not do anything, I just don't do anything. And one of the things that a lot of people are caught up in right now is the fact that they live in their world. I don't want to like pigeonhole anybody or say one thing that doesn't reflect on someone else, but everybody lives in their own world. There's people I know, and I'm going to use a couple references from out here, but there's people I know that live in a world of fantasy, and they read their books, and that's the world they live in, and the rest of the world falls apart around them because they're in this world of books and fantasy and delusion, what I call it. But there's other people that they're all about the guns and the end of the world, and when you focus on something, that becomes your reality, that becomes your station in life. Like when I was getting as a kid, I was getting Auto Trader and Road and Track, and my world was consumed with new cars. And I could tell you, back in the 90s, I could spot out cars just by their headlights at night and tell you what kind of car it was. Me and my sister used to do that sitting in front of our house. I was like, well, that's this and that's that. And she's like, how do you know all this stuff? It's because I was reading the magazines. When I went into the military, I got into doing models, and I got a subscription to like little toy put together models, AMC or APC or whatever they're called. And I got into building like custom, models, and that dictated for like 6-8 months. That was my world. I mean, I would go in and do something, do the Marine Corps. As soon as I got back, I was sitting there spray painting and gluing and cutting up and chopping up models and, model cars, plastic put together models. And then, but I guess it's just about focus. When you focus on something, it becomes your world. So, the moral of this video, focus on what's best for your life. Focus on what you want your life to be. They say dress the part. If you want to be a slick businessman, then you should get up every morning and put on a suit. If you want to be a mechanic and work on cars, you should wake up every morning and put on a set of overalls. It's whatever you focus on will become your reality. And I'm a firm believer in that. All right. That was a very fun start of the video, and now it done got deep. Anyways, peace, love, money. I'm out. I'm going to get back to work.